Now you might think that I went a little overboard on wire brushing, but wire brushing has been at the core of the finishing that I have done with metal sculpture through the years. In 1973, I started making a living doing metal sculpture. And there was a couple sales reps that showed my work to furniture stores in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and Illinois. I had one piece that I really liked. It had kind of some of that sooty stuff on it, and I kind of liked it because it was just kind of folksy. I felt like it was real, just handcrafted. But one of the reps told me, he said, this isn't going to sell. He said, you need to clean these pieces up. And I didn't like that too much because I kind of like that, as I say, folksy look. But he was absolutely right. And when I thought about it later, and years later, I don't want a piece of sculpture in my office or home that doesn't sparkle. I want it to be clean and fresh. So for that reason, I've always used the wire brushing in one form or another. So that's why I have really stressed it in this video. Now generally I wouldn't think of a maple leaf spray as being a contemporary sculpture, but these I sanded with a sanding disc. This is copper, stainless, and brass. Now if you can imagine a leaf spray with 30 leaves on it that have been sanded like this, reflecting the light, it'd make a very dramatic sculpture. This takes a little practice because you have to anticipate the color that you want. You see, when I take the torch away, it continues to color. Now I'm using an aught tip. The regulators are set at 6 pounds of oxygen, 5 pounds of acetylene, and this is 16-ounce copper. Now while we're right here, if you remember this grungy piece of steel, we can color it. And we're probably going to get a blue. And kind of a nice shades there. Now I've got the copper wheels on. Apply a little rouge. You can see we've almost got a chrome finish here. Here are some of the pieces that we've finished in this video, whether it's wire brushing, buffing, sanding, grinding, or using accent colors. Years ago, I had a little plastic drill attachment so that you could put your drill in a vise. It was kind of like a saddle. And it was such a neat little tool, and I spent hours trying to find one on the internet, but I couldn't find anything. So finally I just got disgusted, and I thought, I'll just make one. You might decide that you don't really want to go with a buffing unit, buffing motor, but you could do something like this with an electric drill.